I feel so tall, my chair is higher than usual. Anyways, what's up, my guys? I hope I'm in focus. I couldn't get the focus settings. My girlfriend used the camera once and now everything's messed up. Yeah, when's the last time I made a video, huh? Oh, I love making videos. Oh my god, I'm getting addicted to making videos. Wow, look, I have so much fun doing this. Quits. Well, I didn't quit. I just kind of stopped doing it. When's my last video? 2 weeks ago! Damn. It felt like longer. It felt like 2 months. March 23rd. It's April 7th today. Yippee! Alright, so what do we talk about today? Well, honestly, I don't know yet. I've not gotten a clue, mate. I just kind of wanted to make a video because I like making videos, like I said. I did get out of fuel for things to make videos about, so I'm just gonna start rambling now and hope someone watches it at least. So one of the reasons is just, you know, I was out of inspiration, I guess. I didn't know what videos to make. I also had a few ideas of videos to make, like this one, just talking random nonsense. But I always ended up not doing it. The other part is I have lack of time. Yippee! I mean, I've probably had plenty of time to make videos in the time, but I just didn't because I was doing other things instead. Like I was working a lot. I've taken extra shifts. I'm doing extra shifts. I'm working a lot more hours. I'm working mostly 6 out of 7 days in a week. Sometimes only for like 2 or 3 hours, but I usually have other things to do as well, like chores or visit that person or visit that person or go do that or do these things, and there's a whole load of shit going on. And then when I'm home, there's a Blood Moon event on Dead by Daylight, so I want to get a lot of blood points. I play like 1 or 2 games a day. Sometimes a little bit more, but usually I can only play like 1 or 2 games. Which is like the equivalent of maybe 40 minutes of Dead by Daylight. Then I also play some Nitro type. I got in the semifinals. I skipped a few days, and then on the last day I was like, oh, I gotta do a few games if I want to get into the top 10 to not get demoted and thrown out of the semifinals. So I played for 3 hours straight. I've been wanting to sleep for an hour, but I grinded that shit just to get barely in the top 10, so I got promoted. And now I'm in the finals. I have to do that again. I feel like I have to play every day for at least like an hour or maybe even 2 hours every day. Not sure if I'm gonna do that. I might have to grind some extra just like I did last week on another day. But yeah, usually my routine was something like wake up, eat breakfast, play Nitro type, play Dead by Daylight, go to work, do some chores, do whatever, try to chill the fuck out. Yeah, that's kind of it. I just couldn't find myself making a video, or I just forgot, or I kept doing other things. But I'm gonna try and replace the Nitro type and Dead by Daylight in the morning with making a video in the morning, because I've had a little mentality shift, I guess, because, you know, I haven't been making a lot of videos. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. I made way more than you can see on my channel. But instead of focusing how good one single video does, I'm gonna try and focus on making more videos instead of being like, oh look, I made this one video that got a lot of views. I can be like, oh look, I made a lot of videos and thus have more experience and stuff. It was like from this video I saw. It explained that there was like a class of sculptures, but like, you know, making pots out of clay on the spinning thing probably. And the class with, what was it again? I think the thing was that they were supposed to make the kind of the heaviest, the most amount of weight wins or gets a good grade or whatever, like whatever, I don't know. Only one group was supposed to make one single pot, so they had to make one nice big pot. Okay, so I completely got it wrong. I explained everything wrong. So after the after my completely wrong explanation, I'm just gonna show you the clip. There will also be a link in the description to that video. So yeah, good luck listening to me, boys. So they do a lot of research, and they try to find the best, most beautiful pot to make it and stuff, and they look up things and stuff. Yeah, they did a whole lot of research looking up, and not a lot of making pots, you know, because they were only supposed to make one pot. Then the other group got the task to make as many pots as possible, so they could use all kind of pots, big pots, small pots, medium-sized pots, and they were supposed to make as many as they possibly could. So at the end of this experiment, let's say, the people who did a lot of research and practiced a lot and gained a lot of knowledge on making pots and stuff, they made one big pot, but none of them turned out great. None of them turned out great. Even the group that were supposed to make as many as possible had the most amount of pots, obviously, because they made more. But they also had a lot more weight and a lot more practice. And you could obviously see the first pots were not that great, but the further they went, like the more recent pots they went, the better they got, because they just got a lot of practice. Yeah, they got a lot of experience and practice with making pots and stuff. So even though one side got the knowledge and knew it from looking up and learning and stuff, they eventually were just not experienced enough because they didn't have a lot of practice. And then the other side, who didn't know much about potting and didn't do the research and this and that, and only practiced, just automatically got better because they just got more used to it. They started figuring it out. They learned more and better. And I'm not even sure if I said that right. I think I watched that video yesterday or like 2 days ago. I might have messed it up. I think the point kind of was just that no matter how much research you do, how much time you put into something, if you don't do it, you're just not specifically gonna get better at it. It's the more practice you have and the more pots you have, or in this case videos, the better they're gonna get. And I hope that's true. So
now here there was a pottery class in the United States, ceramics, making pots. And the teacher took half of the class and she said, at the end of this term, your grade will be given on the weight of pots that you create. So here is a weighing scales. At the end of the class, whoever's total production of pots weighs the most will get the highest grade. To the other half of the class, she said, you'll be evaluated on your most finished piece of pottery. The group that were told sheer weight, what was their way of carrying on? Every day they produced 5, 6, 7 pots. They tried random experiments. They tried weird things. They tried different ideas. But their hands were on clay from the first moment. The group that were told they would be evaluated on the most finished pot, they read, they thought, they talked about concepts. They talked about philosophical ideas. They read more. They went to galleries to look at other people's pots. And the first time they touched clay was about 3 days before the end of the class. All of the best pots were made by the group that focused on weight.
I also realized how long has I been doing this? I've had this account for over 10 years, I think. Yeah, definitely. But I don't think there's a single year where I even had one video a month. Okay, yeah, maybe sometimes I made like 4 videos in a month, and then a few months later another 4, and then a few months later another 4, getting close to 12. But I don't think there was one year that went by where I even made 12 videos in that year. Except for last year, because I did do a Spooktober challenge. So technically I did about 30 videos in October alone, which honestly is crazy now that I think about it. Jeez. I grind that shit every day, huh? Now this year I've also been doing a lot more videos, and I've been getting way more views as well, so that's good. Just, I don't know. Anyways, I hope I can make more videos. I'm just gonna try and make these random ass videos, just whatever, so I can get it out of my system, because otherwise I start spiraling and thinking, and it's not great. Just I have to hype myself up to make the video, and then before I even get the chance to hype myself up, I'm already so hyped because I'm so excited to make the video. But when I just think about, I have to make the video, I start panicking and get stressed, and I don't do it, and blah, 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 and it just doesn't make sense. Also, getting a lot of blood points in Dead by Daylight or winning the finals in Nitro type is probably not gonna do anything for my life. While making these videos make me feel a lot better. They maybe in the long term can start making me some money. I hope. I've been working my ass off, guys. Please give me money. Yeah, I just had to make the video. Next video might be that I talk about Halloween, how that game is not gonna work out. Yeah, I was gonna make that video now. I just forgot and automatically did this one. Oopsie. Anyways, I hope you're doing great. Please subscribe. Give me video ideas or something. I'll do some crazy shit maybe. I don't know. I want to learn a backflip. I'll learn a backflip. I'll do it right now. Wanna see this backflip? Fucking nailed it. Okay, I'm gonna kiss you goodbye now. Goodbye.